Hey guys, welcome to BP the Bible Perspective. Let's talk about this pastor in Missouri let's just call him Trophy Wife Pastor. Now, before I do, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Now, this pastor in Missouri, he was a Baptist pastor. His name is Stuart Allen Clark. His sermon went viral when he made some very outrageous claims, not claims, but teachings and suggestions to the women and the wives of his congregation. Now, this is Pastor Clark, and I'm showing this picture for a reason, and here it is. In his sermon, he was telling his female congregants that they should look good for their husbands, that husbands want a trophy wife. They want wives who look good. Okay? He is saying that. And while I'm not making fun of him, I'm going to say, hey, what are the trophy wives getting in return? Now, in addition, he had which seemed to me a revealing obsession with this woman. And that is, he basically held her up as the all-time trophy wife. And of course, this is former First Lady Melania Trump. What struck me odd about this is that why didn't he hold his own wife up as a trophy wife? And he was telling the women that they should always look good and they shouldn't look butch. The problem with that is that, to me, he was holding up an earthly beauty standard, which who can keep up with that? And I'll elaborate on that in a moment. He also flashed this picture to show you something. He said, now, see, if you look good as a wife, your man would never do this. Now, I want you to look at this picture closely now. First of all, you have the woman in red who is walking past, and it captures the attention of the man. He's with a woman. First of all, that's just the dog in him. Men are going to look at beautiful women anyway. And all the time, if men tell you they're not, we can question their honesty. But that's not the point right here. What he is saying is that, and this guy actually said this, that if you look good, then guess what? Your husband would never do this. But look at the woman he's with. She's a pretty woman as well. Think about that. She is just as gorgeous. So in a sense, he just contradicted himself, because dude is with a beautiful woman and he looks at another beautiful woman. Now, according to this pastor here, our pastor Clark, he says that if you look good for your man, he will never look away. And that's just hogwash. I don't even know what this guy was thinking. It was just a bad point of view, a bad sermon. Here's the thing here. First and foremost, no way that any one woman can keep up with any standard of beauty. You know why? A few reasons. Let's start with some of the ones. Suppose your wife gets in a car accident. Suppose she gets sick. Can she keep up with the standards of beauty that you're saying that she should strive for? Let's say she just doesn't have the physical makeup. I'm sorry, everybody is not attractive. I don't even consider myself as an attractive person. I think my wife looked past this and saw maybe what was inside of my heart. Okay. And I'm not being self-deprecating either. I just know I'm no George Clooney. So how could I keep up with a George Clooney? So his advice was just bad. Everybody is not going to be able to keep up with that. And even with this standard right here, where these two women basically are on the same level of beauty, and yet this man is turning. He's looking at the other one. That's just called simple lust. You can't fight against that. That man has to be a godly man. All right. The other problem, of course, is, let me go back to Miss Melania here. And this man claims, and again, it was quite revealing, his statement, that this is the all-time trophy wife. No, she's not. And I'm not even saying that, hey, yes, she's a beautiful woman, but get this, she doesn't look like this. That's her after the glam squad. How does she look in the morning? Does she meet your beauty standards, Pastor Clark? You see, it's silly to even bring that up. It was a silly point of view in the first place. Now, here's what he should have been teaching, and this is found in 1 Peter chapter 3. And in 1 Peter chapter 3, look at verse 3 here, when he says, your beauty should not consist of outward things like elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold ornaments or fine clothes. Instead, it should consist of what's inside the heart, with an imperishable quality of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is very valuable in God's eyes. For in the past, the holy women who put their hope in God also beautify themselves in this way. You see, that's what he should have been exhorting the women of the church, to strive for God's standard of beauty. You can never go wrong with that. That's a priceless pearl that a man would give up everything, not only to get, but to keep. Looks are fading. What about when she grows older? We all grow older. Look at myself here. This is like this because I can't grow hair. But my wife still loves me. Let me tell you something. And I still love her, no matter how she looks. What if she was in an accident, burned, disfigured? I still would love her. You see, what God has given me in my wife, that's what I treasure. You want to be a woman that a person can treasure. And notice, by God's own standards, what is valuable to God. That's what he should have been teaching the women to be. A valuable pearl that God would say, hey, any man that I choose to give them to, he's going to treasure you. Look, that's my perspective. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Till next time, I'll see you then.